What's up, everybody? This is Tadpole Superhero, and today we're playing some more Splatoon. This is Agent 3. Swimming through the ink, we're gonna, as promised, take on Squish, Squash, Squash, Smash. Not Squash. Squish, Squash, Smash. The mighty Octo Stomp. We're gonna take on the first boss of the game, and then we're gonna jump into some multiplayer after this. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be cool. This is gonna be fantastic. Okay, first of all, I have to tell you guys something really funny I did the very first time I fought this boss. I was like, oh, okay, there's the boss. And I just ran, and oops. Oops. I'm not even joking. That's what I did the very first time. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. We need to teleport over there. I'm a little silly, in case you guys can't tell. I'm a little bit of a silly. I'm a silly. Yeah, totally. So anyway, this giant boss has absorbed a sapfish. That's terrifying. That is actually a pretty scary looking boss. Look at that face. He's got these creepy, like doll-like legs. What is that all about? And he's gonna try to stamp on me. So that's not cool. No, thank you, sir. So basically, every boss so far works out this way: that you make them reveal their weak spot, then you swim up to it, blast it, and then you super jump away. Which is what I just did. Just saw me super jump and do the thing. Okay, so now he has a pattern that I have to climb up. No, I didn't do it fast enough, which is how it usually goes on the second round because he's a little too quick for you. So let's go, come on. There it is. Now we can super jump away, and then he'll do it again, and then we'll beat him because that's cool. Oh, I can skip those cutscenes. I didn't know that. So now he has a moving platform that we have to sneak up. All right, bring it on, Stomp. Bring it on, Octo Stomper. Ha! I'm too good for you. All right, so I'm just gonna cover it, and then let him get up, so that I have plenty of time the next time he tries to stomp. Come on, buddy, bring it on. Let's go. Got him. Sweet. So that is a boss fight in Splatoon. What I've heard, because I haven't beaten the final boss yet, but what I've heard is that the final boss is amazing. Which is a relief, because most of the bosses before that are pretty substandard. Just like, open up the weak spot, blast it, do it 3 times, rinse, repeat, you're awesome. Yeah, so cool. There's the boss fight. Now let's go and do some multiplayer. That would be cool. And so basically what happens is, even in the Octo Valley, you have these worlds. And once you beat the boss, this was blocked off. Once you beat the boss, then you can follow this zip line. And you got another area. And this one I've also beaten. So you can see a zip line over there. It leads us to another area. But that's how the single player works. So we are going to jump back. I think that's the starting area. Yes! So we're going to go back to Inkopolis and play some multiplayer. And we'll head to the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower of Squidses. Okay, and yeah, now I can show off my gear and what I like to wear and what I'm currently leveling up in skills. So, you have regular battles and ranked battles. Ranked battles are super intense. So, we're not going to start with those, although I have been doing them and they're really fun, but very challenging and very intense. So we're going to start with regular battles. As you can see on the left-hand side, it shows there are 2 maps that you are rotating through for 4-hour periods every day. If you're in Eastern time, I found this out. The maps change at 10, 2, and 6. So AM or PM, depending on. But that's the rotation. Is 10, 2, 6. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. That's the rotation. So if you're sitting here and you're like, man, I've been playing these maps too long. How long do I have left? Just look at the clock and you'll know. And just convert that to whatever your time zone is. But I'm in Eastern. So 10, 2, and 6. Anyway, we're going to start with regular battles. On the side, you can see, you can press X for the rules. In Turf War, all you have to do is just cover the ground with ink. As much ink as you can. Don't let them cover the ground. So you have 2 different colors fighting against each other. 4-on-4 battles. When time runs out, their 3-minute matches is super short. When time runs out, it does a little judging mode and says, okay, who inked the most turf? And whoever did, that team wins. Pretty cool. It's so much fun. And you earn battle points, you earn cash to buy stuff, you earn experience to level up. So, yeah, and if you win, you get a bonus of points. So you do want to win, but at the same time in Turf War, you also want to do as good as you can. Because even if you lose, you still get points based on how well you individually did. And the map is on the gamepad, so I can't show you that, but at the end of every match, it shows you the map as they're judging it, so that's pretty cool. So mainly what the map's good for is seeing where you need to go, and also you can like tap on a teammate and super jump to them, which I might do a few times, but I actually don't do it very often. Okay, so I'm kind of skipping through a lot of this because that's a lot wordier than I thought. You can also go into Recon and you can go through the current maps by yourself and just run through and check them out and see, and figure out strategies, figure out the ways you want to go through it. So that's a really cool feature that I really enjoy. But anyway, let's get into the battles. We're not going to Recon. We're just going to play. No! I meant to change my gear. What am I doing? Oh well. The splatter shot's a decent weapon. It's basically it's usually going to be the second weapon you get. It's a good weapon. It works fine. It's like a machine gun. It works pretty well. It's basically identical to the weapon you use in single player, so it works just fine. I can do fine with it probably. I've gotten really good at this game and had a lot of good games. I'm guessing now that I'm recording, it's not going to go so well. Thankfully, I've also recorded without doing commentary because I need extra footage, as much footage as I can get for my review. So I've had some good games on there too. I've had some bad games too. So mainly on ranked battles because those get really tough. It's a very competitive game. So anyway, here we go. Once you have 8 people in the match, then you can play. It's so much fun. We're in Arowana Mall, which is one of my favorite maps, actually. Which is awesome. Actually, my TV's volume super low. Okay, so anyway, let me get my bearings here. So, here we go, and we've got our team of 4, and we're running around, and you just want to ink as much turf as you can. So there are a lot of different ways to go about it. One is which you can focus on, hey, let's play defense, let's get the home base cleaned up like this, which is not usually what I do, but it's what I'm doing right now. And as you can see, you want to alternate between squidding or swimming and shooting, because you go through ink pretty quickly. It's not like single player. Once you've upgraded stuff, like you can shoot a lot before having to refill in single player. Not the same in multiplayer. So now we get out here and you can see it's just a total mess, a total crazy mess. We've got blue, we've got green, we've got all kinds of things going on. So that's where map awareness comes into play. And just looking around, so you can see somebody launch the super weapon up there. There are a lot of different special weapons. Like I just got my special weapon. You can see in the top right hand corner there's a gauge that fills up that shows you your special weapon. And mine is I can just like throw a bunch of bombs. And so a lot of these maps are actually designed with verticality in mind. So you can't actually run up those ramps. I just got splatted. Defeated. But you can't actually run up the ramps. So let me run down here. You can't actually walk up. So you have to ink these vertical spaces and then swim up them as a squid to gain ground. And now we have an intense battle going on in our back alley, our backyard here. Oh, what got me? Oh, he was shooting up over the ledge. So that's a killer whale, is what that special is. Which, if you are hit within the blast radius, then you get blown to pieces. And that guy just launched an ink strike, which creates a huge tower of ink. Which I don't even know where he launched that because I couldn't even see it. So what you'll find is that while killing enemy players or splatting them, as the terminology goes, is helpful because it keeps them from inking space. No! I fell into the water. While inking, while splatting your enemies is useful, what is really useful is covering turf. So if you're in a situation where it's like, you don't want to focus on kills or just go hunt the other team down. What you really want to do is spend as much time as you can inking your area, painting your turf, painting over enemy turf, which we have totally lost. And then, you know, if an enemy comes along, then take him out, you know. But otherwise, yeah, we got our butts kicked. Well, actually, that's closer than I thought it would be. You'll see the map right here. So then at the end, it shows you this map, and it's like, oh my gosh, who won? It's so suspenseful. We won! I didn't think we won. We won by 6%. So that's cool. And see, you get a win bonus of 300 in Turf War, which is pretty great. So I had 839. So as you can see, like, the person who got the most points on our team had only 1 kill, whereas everybody else on the team had more. So getting kills, it does give you a little bit of points, and it does, you know, make the enemy have to respawn, and so it keeps them from inking the turf. But ultimately, it's better to focus on inking turf, and then if an enemy shows up, take them out. So now I'm going to switch to a couple different configurations I like. Let's actually show off the splat roller. So there are a lot of guns like the splatter shot, which are just automatic, like machine gun weapons. You have your splatter shot junior, which is like a high rate of fire, short range one. You have the jet squelcher, which is a longer range, slower rate of fire weapon, but more accurate. So let's jump to the splat roller, because this is a super unique weapon. And I'm going to switch to actually, so you can see I've got a ton of different gear, like goggles, pilot goggles, which are super cool. Headphones, a safari hat, tinted shades. Oh yeah, I got style. So anyway, what am I gonna wear today? Let's go with the headphones, because I still have a skill to unlock with them. Anyway, so I actually really like the olive ski jacket, as well as the urban vest. But we're actually gonna go. Oh, let's go with this. So I've got a layered t-shirt. Let's go with that. And I love these boots. These are my favorite so far, the Moto boots. But let's see. I still have another ability to get with these Pro Trail boots. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going splat roller. I didn't even pay attention to my skills, which I usually don't. I just go with, okay, what do I think looks cool, or what gear do I have that still needs to level up? Also, if I'm like talking too fast, going over stuff way too fast, let me know. If you have any questions about what's happening in this video, let me know in the comments. I would love to answer your questions, tell you about this game if you're not playing it already, which you should be playing it because it's really fun. It's so much fun. Anyway, so you can see my rank over in the top left. That doesn't apply to Turf War, so that only goes up or down in ranked battles. So you don't even have to worry about it in this episode. So now we're on Port Mackerel, which is a new map that they just added on Monday. 3 days after the game launched, they added a new map, new weapon, and ranked battles. So anyway, here we go, the splat roller. So this is interesting because it does have range, like you can swing it and fling ink at your enemies. But really, I mean, what it's best at is being a paint roller. So you run around and so it covers a lot of turf very quickly. What I don't like about it is that the cool thing with ranged weapons is that you can spray the area in front of you and then swim through it. It's kind of a synergistic combo where you can spray and swim. Whereas here, it's like you have to be more tactical about when you swim, when you spray, when you roll, when you swim. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, he got me. So what I just used was a killer whale special move. Oh, sorry, I had something in my eye. And what he just used to defeat me was the Kraken special move. Release the Kraken. Where you swim around as a giant squid and you can destroy enemies really easily, like that. There he goes. He's a very large, very mean-looking squid. So let's see if we can undo the damage he's done. Okay, Bomb Luigi is taking care of it. So let's go down here. See if we can clean this space up. So the splat roller is really a very easy weapon to use. And so it seems kind of overpowered at first because you can cover so much turf so fast. And if you run over somebody, they are automatically splatted. Like, it's just a really powerful and effective weapon. But one thing to realize is it's very easy to take out somebody with a roller if you are using a ranged weapon. because the roller doesn't have any range. So it's very balanced. It's a very easy weapon to use. This is a great beginner tool. It's a lot of fun to use too, because you just roll around at the speed of sound. I've been saying that in like 3 different Let's Plays. I need to come up with new puns and new things to say. So that guy is shooting stuff. Rootin', shooting, shooting. No! No, get out of there. Get out of there. So we don't actually need to be in there. One of the things you'll notice also in terms of strategy in Turf War is it's most helpful not to control your base, not to control the enemy's base, but to control the middle area, which is different in both size and... I got stuck. In both size and the space that it covers in each map. But, I mean, the same principle applies, is you want to control the middle of the map. Think of it like chess. It really is like a chess game. Because in chess, I mean, really, you want to control the middle of the board as quickly, as early as you can, and then stay in control of it. It's the same thing in Turf War. Oh, that was a great finish. But I inked a lot of turf. Oh, we kicked their butts. What I also like doing during this judging phase is saying, you know, especially if it's close, trying to predict who won in the seconds before it decides. Especially when it's really close, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, and then it shows it up. So I got 1,034 points. That also converts directly to the amount of cash you get and the amount of experience you get for your gear. Fun fact. So let's actually switch our weapon again. And we're actually going to do something that I hate using and actually have not used since the global test fire. But we have these charger weapons, which are basically sniper rifles. They have to be charged up to fire. And I want to find which one I would want to use the most. That has a quick charge speed, so that might actually be the best. Basically what you do is you have to charge up before they fire, and then you fire a really long string of ink. But you can't fire very quickly. They're not very mobile weapons. So it's really a tricky weapon to use. They're not as useful in Turf War. But anyway, yeah, let's go with the classic Squiffer. Just kind of show off all the different weapons that we got in this game. Anyway, this episode's going a little long, so let's do one more match. We'll probably do more multiplayer than I was originally planning on doing because it's so much fun, and because I haven't been able to show as much as I really wanted to. So anyway, one more match. We're going to show off those charger weapons, which I don't like using because, one, I'm not very good with them, and two, they're not very effective in Turf War. Because you can't fire very quickly, and so you can't cover a lot of turf quickly. They're great at killing enemy team members or splatting enemy team members, enemy inklings, because one hit and they're gone. But they're a very precision-based weapon. They make a great support weapon for your team. Like, I think most teams could benefit from having one person with a charger. But if you've got like a team of 4 people with chargers, you're probably not going to win in Turf War. Because you want to be able to ink as much turf as fast as possible is kind of the mindset behind this. Anyway, we are back to Port Mackerel, which this actually is a pretty good map for a charger. So let's see if I eat my words or if I'm actually going to do any good. We also know, so it charges up and then you fire a string of ink over the distant over in a straight line ahead of you. So I mean, it's pretty cool. You can fire rapid, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Now I like this one because it charges so quickly, because the other ones charge a lot slower, not as fun. But anyway, as you can see, you know, I'm being much less effective at covering turf. So let's see if we can actually get somebody with that. Now, see, I'm not very good with sniper rifles in any shooter ever anyway. But these are actually, may even be like the hardest sniper rifles to use in any shooter I've ever played. They have that charge time, which is just a mess. But anyway, I want to see if I can actually get somebody with this, but it's not likely to happen. I also have this point sensor. What does that even do? Okay, so that just reveals where enemies are if they're hiding in the ink. No! He also had a charger. I could have won. Oh, he has the exact same weapon as me. Alright, well, I'm going to have to seek out the safari hat, dude. Get into a little charger duel. Okay, so that's... Oh, I missed it. Somebody launched an ink strike again. I want you guys to see one of those sometime, because they're really cool. It's a very, very useful special move, and actually my favorite special move is the ink strike, which I'll show it off to you in the next episode. Oh, I missed! Where'd he go? Where'd you go, dude? There we go. I was firing rapid fire. I know I got super quiet there. If you charge up fully, then it is a one-hit kill move. Oh, I missed! Dang it! So it's a very difficult weapon to use. I've seen a lot of people much better with chargers than I am. We are actually doing really well. It's because my team rocks, because I'm not contributing a whole lot. I'm trying. I really am, I promise. Oh, I want to get through here. Dang it. Okay. So anyway, on this level, they actually have these mobile kind of forklift things. Dang it. So you can ink them and swim up on top of them and take advantage of that raised, that verticality and make use of that. But man, what are people doing back here? What is that? What is that? We don't want orange in our turf. This needs to be beautiful blue. Oh, I got somebody. Oh, I almost got another somebody. No, we got our butts kicked. Unfortunately, we were doing good in the middle of the match. But that's another thing I really like about how this game is set up in terms of the rules, in terms of how games are won and lost, is that, I mean, until it comes down to like the last 10 seconds, you basically can come back to win at any time. So see, I did really bad. 380. That's awful. It's so bad. But you can basically come back at any time, because you can never, no team can get, so many points that it's impossible to come back. Why did I do that? What have I done? Okay, anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. We are not doing another one of those. I can't quit out. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. This has been Tadpole Superhero, playing Splatoon with a lot of different weapons. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time with some more Turf War with better weapons and gear, because this was not a good ending. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.